Don't let yourself get attached to anything. You are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner.
I mean, is this guy something or is he something?
Heat is a 1995 American crime drama film written and directed by Michael Mann. The story centers on the intense cat-and-mouse struggle between a seasoned LAPD detective and a highly skilled career criminal, exploring how their pursuit of duty and ambition impacts their relationships both on the job and at home. Heat is known for several reasons. It was the first film in which Robert De Niro and Al Pacino shared a scene together. The film is also widely recognized for its realistic and intense action sequences. The shootout scenes in particular have had a notable influence on police tactics and training around the world. Unusually, the sound design was recorded on set during filming, with minimal added effects, resulting in an exceptionally authentic soundscape. The film is also believed to have had an influence on the development of modern crime tactics. For example, the infamous North Hollywood shootout in 1997 is suspected to have been partially inspired by Heat. The criminals were heavily armed and used getaway plans and tactics similar to those seen in the film. Heat has served as inspiration for countless other crime and action films. The movie also features a wide variety of firearms. Let's begin the breakdown of the weapons used by Lieutenant Vincent Hanna, portrayed by Al Pacino. Vincent Hanna's main sidearm throughout the film is a Colt M733A1, a variant of the classic 1911 pistol chambered in .45 ACP. The pistol features ivory grips, a full-size trigger, and a ring hammer. Hanna's choice of sidearm reflects his no-nonsense approach, traditional law enforcement background, and a nod to his service with the Marine Corps. He is often seen drawing and holding the weapon in a high-ready position, demonstrating tactical familiarity. This is the result of Pacino's training with real LAPD officers in preparation for the role. Hanna carries the weapon in a cross-draw holster. In the film's famous bank robbery scene, Vincent Hanna uses a 5.56 by 45mm FN/FNC assault rifle. The rifle's barrel was shortened to the length of the Para model, and it was fitted with an M16-style birdcage flash hider. The bank robbery sequence is exceptionally well executed and realistic. The level of detail reflects director Michael Mann's close collaboration with technical advisors to bring the scene to life. Hanna uses cover, fires controlled and aimed shots with the FNC, and does not fire in full auto despite the weapon being capable of it. There are two interesting moments in the scene. First, when Hanna reloads the rifle, an unfired round is ejected. From a technical standpoint, this is an error, but it also adds realism. In a firefight, adrenaline is high, and even trained individuals may miss small details. The second moment occurs when Hanna shoots Chirito. The camera angle shifts abruptly, which may indicate that the weapon malfunctioned during filming, and the editor had no clean shot of the firing to use in post-production. At the end of the film, when Vincent Hanna is chasing Macaulay, he is armed with a 12-gauge Mossberg 590 shotgun. Hanna takes the 590 from another officer before pursuing Macaulay. The Mossberg 590 is also seen with Detective Casals, played by Wes Studi, when Hanna and Casals head to Hugh Benny's apartment. Casals blows the hinges off Hugh Benny's door with the 590. Sergeant Drucker, played by Mykelti Williamson, also uses a Mossberg 590 during the bank robbery scene. After running out of ammo for his Mossberg, Drucker switches to his sidearm, a 9x19mm Beretta 92 SBC. In other scenes as well, Drucker is seen with the Beretta 92 SBC in his holster. When Hanna and his men visit Alan Marciano in Las Vegas to question him about his relationship with Charlene Shaherlis, Casals is seen in the background holding a nickel-plated Smith & Wesson Model 36 snub-nose revolver, chambered in .38 Special. During the bank robbery scene, Casals uses an M16A1 assault rifle chambered in 5.56 by 45 millimeters. The rifle is fitted with an A2 handguard and Rapidex-type rear sight adjustment knobs. In the same scene, Detective Bosco, played by Ted Levine, also uses an M16A1 rifle. The M16A1 is also seen in the hands of other LAPD officers and SWAT team members in various scenes. Notably, for the sake of realism, the director did not want Hannah or the other police officers to use full auto fire. Instead, they fire controlled and aimed shots to reflect responsible tactics and minimize the risk of injuring innocent bystanders. In the bank robbery shootout, LAPD officers used 9x19mm Beretta 92FS pistols and 12-gauge Mossberg 500 shotguns. In the same scene, LAPD officers are also seen using 12-gauge Remington Model 870 shotguns. At the beginning of the bank robbery scene, Macaulay binds the guard's hands. The guard is seen carrying a nickel-plated Taurus PT-92 AFS chambered in 9x19mm. The pistol is fitted with Packmare grips. LAPD SWAT officers throughout the film are seen using Heckler & Koch MP5A3 submachine guns, chambered in 9x19mm. In reality, these are HK94A3 civilian market carbines that have been modified to look like authentic MP5s. These guns can be identified as HK94 civilian versions by the lack of a 3-lug barrel, the absence of a paddle magazine release, and the missing push pin. Modified HK94s were commonly used in Hollywood action films throughout the 1980s and 1990s. The weapon is seen in the stakeout scene at the Precious Metals Repository, stakeout for She-Herless, and again when the SWAT team is sent to the hotel. A police sniper uses a Heckler & Koch SR-9T rifle, chambered in 7.62 by 51 millimeters. The rifle is seen when the surveillance team watches over Macaulay and during the stakeout for She-Herless. When the SWAT officers check She-Herless's car, one is seen with an M1911 variant in his holster. After Macaulay executes Waingro, he exits the room and a detective working surveillance at the hotel draws a Glock 19, chambered in 9x19mm on him. The leader of the criminal crew, Neil Macaulay, played by Robert De Niro, uses a Heckler & Koch USP, chambered in 9x19mm as his sidearm in the early scenes of the film. Macaulay's USP is often mistakenly identified as a .45 ACP model, but this is incorrect, as the USP 45 pistol was not yet available at the time of filming. Additionally, the magazines in Macaulay's vest are made of polymer, whereas USP 45 magazines are metal. Neil uses the USP in various scenes, for example the armored car robbery scene, the shootout at the drive-in theater, and the pistol is also seen on a table in Neil's seaside house. After dumping his USP following the drive-in theater shootout, Neil Macaulay replaces it with a Sig Sauer P220 chambered in .45 ACP as his sidearm for the remainder of the film. The P220 is seen with Neil during the bank robbery, and again in the car before meeting Hannah. Neil uses his Sig Sauer when Trejo is dying and when he goes to kill Roger Van Zant at his residence and Waingro at the hotel. In the hotel elevator, Neil performs a dangerous brass check on the P220. He puts his hand over the muzzle with his thumb inside the trigger guard while pulling the slide back. During the execution of Waingro, Neil fires 2 shots to the chest and 1 to the head. This is Michael Mann's trademark execution style seen in his productions, also referred to as a failure drill. The same drill is also performed by Chirito during the armored car robbery. Macaulay uses the P220 pistol as well in the final airport confrontation against Hannah. During the armored car robbery, Macaulay uses a modified Colt Model 654 carbine chambered in 5.56 by 45 millimeters. The weapon features a 654 upper with a 14.5-inch barrel, a predecessor to the M4, and M16A1 style lightweight barrel and sights. It is built on a full auto converted AR-15 SP1 carbine lower receiver group equipped with a drop-in auto sear. to enable fully automatic fire. The guard whom Macaulay shoots is seen reaching for a Smith & Wesson Model 38 bodyguard revolver, chambered in .38 Special, from his ankle holster. Chris Shearless, portrayed by Val Kilmer, uses a Colt Model 733, chambered in 5.56 by 45 millimeter, as his weapon of choice. This compact M16 style carbine features an 11.5-inch barrel, M16A2 style lower receiver group, and N1 car stock. Chris uses the weapon in both the armored car robbery and the bank robbery scenes. In the bank robbery scene, Val Kilmer's portrayal of Shearless handling the weapon is especially smooth and professional. His magazine change was so quick and fluid that the scene has been featured in a U.S. Marine Corps training video shown to American Marine and Special Forces trainees as an example of how a magazine change should be done in combat. In the same magazine change scene, there's a clever visual cue used for the actor and film crew. The car Shearless takes cover behind has a license plate that reads 2 LUP 382. The 2 LUP stands for the second location where Shearless has paused to take cover during the shootout. While the viewer wouldn't consciously notice this detail, it functions as a brilliant behind-the-scenes marker for the production team. Macaulay also uses a Colt Model 733 in the bank robbery scene. An interesting detail is that when Macaulay fires the 733 inside a vehicle, as does Chirito and Shearless with their weapons, in reality, the pressure and sound produced by the weapons would likely stun everyone inside the vehicle and cause immediate hearing loss. It's notable that Macaulay and Shearless fire their weapons in full auto, unlike the police. This is because minimizing the risk of hitting innocent bystanders is not a priority for the criminals, unlike for the police. Additionally, to ensure their escape, the criminals lay down suppressive fire against the police. The use of full auto fire by the criminals also serves a cinematic purpose. It creates a clear contrast between the criminals and the police in the eyes of the viewer. Shearless is seen with a Beretta 84FS pistol, chambered in .380 ACP, in a holster next to him when Macaulay walks in and finds him sleeping on the floor. In the drive-in theater scene, Shearless uses a 7.62 by 51 millimeter Heckler & Koch HK91A2 rifle equipped with a bipod. In the armored car robbery scene, Michael Chirito, played by Tom Sizemore, uses a 7.62 by 51 millimeter caliber FN FAL 50.61 paratrooper rifle, which has a side-folding stock. In the same scene, Chirito carries a .45 ACP caliber Ruger KP90 pistol in a cross-draw holster on his tactical vest. In the bank robbery scene, Chirito uses a 5.56 by 45 millimeter caliber IMI Galil arm with a wooden handguard. Inside the bank, the Galil has no stock attached. When Chirito enters the car, the stock appears on the weapon. This reveals a continuity error in the scene. Michael Mann states on the commentary track that the weapon is 7.62 millimeter caliber, which is incorrect. The 7.62 millimeter version can be easily identified by the weapon's receiver and magazine. In the drive-in theater scene, Chirito uses a 12-gauge Benelli M3 Super 90 shotgun with a pistol grip stock. In the same scene, an assassin uses a 9x19mm Steyr TMP submachine gun while attempting to kill Macaulay. The assassin extends his weapon hand, tightening the gun sling. This is a well-known technique for firing stockless guns, such as when shooting an MP5K submachine gun. In the armored car robbery scene, Danny Trejo's character Trejo uses a 7.62 by 39mm caliber Norinco Type 56-1 with an AKM muzzle brake. In the same scene, Kevin Gage's character Wangro uses a .45 ACP caliber Star Megastar pistol. The Star Megastar is a rare weapon in movies. In the scene, Wangro executes the first guard by shooting him in the face at point-blank range. Executing the scene using a live blank round would have been extremely dangerous, so the gunfire was added later using CGI effects. The use of CGI becomes evident because the pistol's hammer does not move during the firing. Waingro also has a second star Megastar, which is nickel-plated. This gun is seen in the hotel when Waingro answers the door. At the hotel, when Macaulay goes to kill Waingro, he sees a 12-gauge Ithaca 37 stakeout shotgun behind the security desk. The Ithaca has a Parkerized finish with a synthetic forearm. Hope you enjoyed the video. Write in the comments what you thought of the Heat movie and what things and details you found in the movie yourself. Also remember to like the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, it's worth doing so. It's free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when more interesting videos about firearms in movies are uploaded to the channel.